What's up, you guys? This is going to be a general guidance reading that, one of those random readings that Spirit guides me to do. So this is for those of you who are discouraged about your love life, a relationship, a connection, whatever. I'm speaking to you guys that are meant to resonate, at least. Those of you who are aligned with this message, who are meant to receive this, your angels, your guides, your spiritual team led you here at any time. This is timeless. Energy is fluid. Time is fluid. So I'm going to tap into this energy. I'm just going to go with the flow however Spirit guides me and leads me to do it. So I pulled a card from one of my soul sisters, her deck, A Song for Everything Tarot. You guys can follow her on Instagram, A Song for Everything Tarot. My good friend Ilani, she created a deck. It's like an oracle deck for songs, okay? The song that I pulled was Sade, No Ordinary Love. I'm just going to read it. I'm not going to sing it. I'm going to read it, okay? It says, I gave you all the love I got. I gave you more than I could give. I gave you love. I gave you all that I have inside. And you took my love. You took my love. I kept crying. I kept trying for you. There's nothing like you and I. This is no ordinary love. No ordinary love. This is no ordinary love. No ordinary love. I'm just like... Anyway, music speaks to a lot of people spiritually. Whether that's through telepathy, through the higher self, whether it's a memory of... And it was 144 when I said that. Whether it be... memories of a song or just remind you of a person, if the lyrics are speaking to you heavy, or you could be clairaudient, or you could be musical yourself. Music is something that is very powerful and it speaks. And whatever you took from that, you might want to actually listen to the song, but basically what she's saying is like, I just get this enduring energy, like, although like it's this up and down and I give, it's like, how I'm getting it, it's like love is it's like you can't measure it. Like, you may feel like, oh, this is all I have to give, I can't take it no more, I can't do it. And I'm not talking about toxic relationships where a person is no good for you, you getting your ass beat, or this person just keeps cheating on you, it's toxic, it's abusive. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a connection, like it's things and blockages and things that happen that you have to endure, because if it's true love, it's like that other stuff doesn't really matter. That's the problem with people today. Like, one little thing pops up and someone's like, oh, I can't do this. Like, it's kind of like selfishness to me a little bit. But this energy is like, it's not ordinary. Like, you can't put a time and a limit and a label on something that's just, it's just a fluid, limitless energy. Love is limitless, at least true unconditional love. And it's not like romantic either. Like, it goes beyond romantic love too. So I feel like that's what this is. If you don't have anybody, you're single, like you don't have a person that you're in love with or whatever, dealing with, it's still this essence of like, I'm tired of being single, I'm sick of it, what's wrong, why can't I find nobody, blah blah blah. Like, for me, I do go through that sometimes, because like my love life is non-existent almost, basically. I don't know. Like, I don't want to get too much into my business, but I get that. Like, sometimes you just want to give up and be like, I'm going to just be single forever. But it's like something within you that's like, no, I know that's not true. I know that there's somebody out there for me. I know it. I feel it. And Spirit will send us signs of synchronicity so freaking crazy. Like, I don't know about you guys, but that last full moon we had, into the Lionsgate energy, was like so freaking crazy. Like, all these freaking revelations, and it's just too much. And of course, music has been speaking to me too, and everything is just like lining up. So I don't know if you guys are in that vibe or not. Alright, so I'm going to start the reading. So hopefully that resonated with you guys, that little portion right here. You guys can purchase A Song for Everything Tarot. If you go to her Instagram, you probably find the link. I think it's on Etsy too. She has an Etsy shop. So yeah. So let's tap into the energy of what's going on with your love life, just energetically. What's the energies? What's the issues? What's going on? Just, and I'm gonna use my oracle deck as well. It's Walu Child Readings Relationship Oracle. Excuse me. If you guys are interested in oh my God, I can't talk. If you're interested in purchasing any of my decks, please go in the description box below. And yeah, the links will be there. Make sure that your address is included and that your address is up to date so I know where to send your deck to. Alright. Divine Spirit, I thank you. First, let me just like send some good energy. Divine Spirit, I thank you for your loving guidance, truth, and clarity. The guardians and ancestors of the universe that are here with love, light, service, and truth for the highest good of all that are meant to be here and receive this message. I remove any energies of illusion, confusion, sadness, anything that has gone unnoticed that needs to be healed, any blockages, if it be in the will of each person's higher self and their spiritual team to remove those energies. I ask that you do during the time of this reading, or that this reading will cause and affect some sort of change and transformation in each person's life positively. When it comes to their love life, please give them clarity and discernment as well with what's in their heart, what their truth is, what their higher self's truth, the truth that is of their highest good in their divine path, and that of all parties involved. Thank you, Most High God. Thank you. And I ask for divine protection surrounding these loving individuals, that nothing outside of them or within them will block what is of their highest good and what is for them. Thank you. Oh, divine lover. See, yes, you guys do have a divine lover, but you're like, I don't trust it, I don't believe it. Authenticity, August, selfishness and ego. Spirit's about to call some of y'all out. All right, let's clarify this now. What's going on, Spirit? Nine of Gems, which is the Nine of Pentacles, independence. The Magician, energy. Queen of Gems, Queen of Pentacles, the nurturer. Nine of Wings, Nine of Swords, which is obsession. And the Emperor with power. Alright. Ascension or ascending. Destruction, cause, fifth dimension, and free will. Alright. So let's tap in. Divine Lover, I feel that what's happening in this season for you guys is for you to be independent within yourselves, because it's helping you to ascend on your path. You're being divinely guided. There's a light that you're intuitively, subconsciously following. Okay, it could also be a target. You also have to keep into consideration, like for some of you may have to remind yourself that love is not, love or partnership is not like really a destination, because that connection is going to continue to move, right? It's always going to continue to grow and evolve, hopefully, if it's divine and true. Yeah. So it's not like, oh, when I get this situation going, or when I find the one, then that's it. Or when this comes together like this, or when we do this, or when this happens, everything is just like, no. Because you're always going to grow and ascend and evolve. So this is just like one of those stops in your journey, right? Love, connections, partnerships, right? But I feel like what Spirit is saying, that what they want for you is to be independent within the self and love yourself fully and completely in the way, the best way that you can, in the way that Spirit knows that you can. Okay? It's just naturally being in that place where you can hold yourself down, and that doesn't mean like to the point where you don't care about love. And Four of Cups in reverse, you have to stop counting yourself out in love, or seeing yourself as like, oh, I can't have this, it will never happen, I'm undeserving, everybody else but me type of attitude. Like, you got to get out of that with the Four of Cups in reverse. Like, get out of that perception, because you are being divinely guided and spirit does have something for you. Stop doubting it, because they're saying yes, and they also say yes to anything that you agree with. So if you do agree with, like, you don't deserve it, then spirit's like, okay, yeah, you don't, I guess you're right, you don't. Like, okay. But I feel when I pulled this yes card next to divine love, I feel like spirit's validating yes to that for you. You're very powerful in your energy with the Magician. Again, it's like, you got to be careful what you affirm within or out of your mouth. With Destruction and the Five of Wands, spirit is saying that you can transmute this energy of destructive behaviors and self-sabotage energy for some of you. This energy of the ego, the lower attributes of the ego, this fighting, like putting yourself in these lower vibrational energies, aligning yourself with drama and imbalances, and it's like pretty much what I'm getting is self-sabotaging energies. Like, you're powerful, you're a powerful manifester, you have the will to shift energies and work in your favor, but you also have the ability and the will to create chaos and destruction in a lower vibrational way. Because destruction can also be a good energy to dismantle and destroy what no longer serves us and energies. So you have the power to do that. You have the authority to say, any shit that does not serve me, that's blocking me, I release you. Or, you know, whatever you feel guided to do, you have the ability to do that. And the authority to do so. Authenticity. Again, it's going back to the self. Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. The Queen of Pentacles represents that aspect of ourself that nurtures and gives and loves the self completely and wholly. That just because your, whatever the object of your affection is, or whatever this one thing or multiple things that you're trying to obtain isn't here, that doesn't take away from your value or self-worth. Spirit wants you to take a second to pause and meditate and go within the self to really feel into who you are. Like, that's why for some of you out there, that whether you're in a bond or you're not in a bond, it's like you have to be in a place within yourself, like this state of comfort within who you are, so much so that you know what you want and what you deserve. A lot of times when we try to manifest love, or we get in these fucked up relationships because we don't really know what we want and who we are. We don't know our power, we don't know our strength, we don't know our worth, we don't know that. So we kind of just settle for anything and any what that may be fulfilling our cup at that time, or what it seems to be fulfilling to us because of where we are in the stages of our life. That's why we attract certain partners, because, you know, if we look at it from a positive perspective, when we attract, you know, shitty relationships, it's, if we take it from a place of wisdom or a place of healing and helping us to see what it is that we need to release within ourselves, or how much we need, what needs growth within the self, that's the positive attributes. But it's like, we're just aimlessly going after people or just attracting whatever and whoever. Spirit wants you to get to know yourself a little bit more, and this makes so much sense to me, because it's like, sometimes I have to, when I go through like messed up stuff, and I go through like ups and downs, I have to thank God, the higher power, the creator, whatever you want to call it. I have to thank the Most High and my angels for bringing upon the pain sometimes, because it's helping me. Like, it's pushing me out of my comfort zone. It's pushing me out of my bullshit. It's making me aware of what is not supposed to be there within. Anytime that something didn't work out, I know that it's not because either it was not meant to work out at the time, or it just was not meant for me, period. So I have to thank God for that. So a lot of times too, like, in my singlehood, I'm like, okay, well, this makes sense why I'm still single, because if I was to get into a relationship with someone right now with like stuff that I still haven't healed, it would be pretty messed up. And if I'm asking for, like, not to say that it has to be perfect, but if I want a connection where there's like little to no drama, no arguing, no insecurities, oh, who is this bitch, who are you talking to, and all that stuff, because that was my issue. Jealousy and insecurity was my issue. Spirit let me, you know, date a little bit during my singlehood, like, let me get a taste of it a little bit, and I see that I still had issues. So it's like, Spirit gave me that person as a sneak peek, like, yeah, see, you're still a little crazy. You're still cray-cray. You still have insecurities, getting mad off of somebody liking another picture on Instagram, like just stupid shit. So I said to myself, okay, I get it, that I'm not really ready. So if I want someone, like a real for real connection, do I want it, like, even not just think about myself, like, do I want to put somebody through that? Because that's not fair to the other person either. So you have to see the good in it. And if it's a milestone within an existing connection where it's not happening right now, it's probably because there's still some things within you and maybe in that person that you guys got to get to. Like, people like, oh, I want to get married. It's been 3 years and we haven't gotten married and blah, blah. And everybody will say, that's too long. He should already have married you. He should know, blah. Like, who's to say that? Like, we got to get out of these time frames and what people say and what society says and the Bible says. Like, all this stupid shit. Like, that's what messes stuff up, because people have to learn what they want within themselves. Like, what type of relationship they want. Again, it goes back to the Queen of Pentacles, because she is solid within herself. Like, she is solid within herself. Okay, she's not the Empress. She's a fragment of the Empress. She's that I'm solid within who I am and what I want and what my worth is, and I know what I want. So it's helping me to be more clear as to what I'm attracting and what I would like to attract as a person like that within themselves. Our connection is our connection. Not everybody believes in marriage, and for one, not everybody believes that you got to get married within the first year. Like, there could be things going on, that other plans that you guys have or Spirit has, that doesn't warrant that to happen for whatever reason or when you want to. So you may say to yourself, like, yeah, I want to get married. And then when you get into it, you guys have issues with, I don't know, money. Like, one of you is like a freaking shopaholic and the other person believes in saving money, and you guys haven't worked through that yet. So you have to thank God for the delays, quote unquote, because there's things that need to take place. So that's all I'm saying. I know that was a tangent, but that still goes. I just read the energy of that, but I just kind of extended it. Anyway, I don't even know why I'm up this late, but anyway, you have August with the Nine of Swords, obsession, fifth dimension, and the Nine of Swords here too. So you got it twice. It's funny. Anyway, so I feel like August was a very heavy month that really helped raise the vibration of connections, whether you guys are physically together or not. Energetically, you're never separate from that which is yours, if that makes sense, energetically speaking. So this could also be doing the work together, but separately in the physical, but together in the fifth dimension, if you believe in that, in a higher vibration. But whether you know a person or you don't even know a person exists yet, it's still the essence of that energy. And I feel that both of you, because it's two Nine of Swords here. One's reversed though. Getting out of your head, okay? Highlighting the things within the self that was already deep within, deeply rooted spiritual and mental attachments that need to go. Spiritual attacks that needed to be released. The moon phases and your intuition. I feel both parties, more so feminine energies out there, if you identify with that. You may have gone through a mini dark night of the soul where you had to face a lot of insecurities within yourself. Maybe it hit you like at once, or maybe it was a period within August, or maybe it was a week, maybe it was 2 days, maybe it was a night where something was like eating away at you obsessively. And I feel like for some of you, it could be mentally obsessing over love or obsessing over a person or a situation so much so that you cannot rest. It doesn't have to be at night, just your mind is unable to rest. There's no peace in the mind. And I feel like that came from a lot of attachments, maybe even hidden subconscious fears and doubts. That Spirit, if something keeps coming to you repetitively, it's like a sign from yourself that this is something you need to look into, or this is an issue that you need to release and let go of mentally, because it does not serve you. If it's annoying you, if it's triggering you, that's a sign that that does not match your vibration and you need to let it go. And I feel like that's what that's about. So don't put these things and stuff them and shove them under the rug. Like, really address it and really face it. With the Emperor, free will, and the Ace of Pentacles over selfishness and ego. Again, sometimes we get so focused on what we want that we forget about what others want. You know, we cannot tamper with other people's free will. What's for us is for us. Like, that's guaranteed with the Ace of Pentacles, that what's for you is going to be there. And I feel like a lot of us don't realize that we do have the power to have all that we want. And again, when I say that, that does not mean being ruthless and trying to manipulate and control energies and people necessarily in a negative sense. But Spirit may want you to be open to receive. And it's like, if you don't know your power, then how are you going to attract and manifest? Okay. People may be asking for a whole person, but they're only a fragmented. They're still pieced up and not knowing their worth or feeling worthy of love, but they're asking for a person that's established within themselves and know what they want and this or that. So it's like, you got to vibrationally be a match to what you're asking for. That's number 2. Okay. I don't know what else, how Spirit wants me to do this, but I'm going to just go with the flow, I guess. How do you want me to do this? Because, yeah. So even if you don't have a person in mind, let's just, you know, I don't know. If you don't have a person in mind, it's all good. Just maybe think of the essence of an energy of what, you know, if that helps. Thank you for your love and guidance, truth and clarity. Thank you. Let's look at, okay, so if you identify with divine feminine energy, I'm going to do your energy first. If you identify with divine masculine energy, I'm going to do your energy second. So you can just watch both. Maybe you'll take something out of both, I'm sure. Whatever category you fall into. Thank you for your loving guidance, truth and clarity, divine spirit. Please tap into the collective of divine feminine energy and where they stand with this, whatever this message is that you wish to relate to them, whatever it is that you got going. Thank you. 2 of Pentacles in reverse, 6 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, Temperance card, the Judgment card, the Wheel of Fortune, the Moon, the Hierophant. God damn. Queen of Pentacles again, but in a different deck. 3 of Pentacles. You have a lot of major arcana cards, and you know that means Spirit is like talking, like really talking. So so the 2 of Pentacles here in reverse. Maybe tired of being indecisive about something when it comes to maybe doubting your worth, questioning, oh, you know, do I deserve this? Do I deserve that? Do I not? Deciding to move forward, I feel, but you're still struggling with just trusting and letting go. Like, yeah, you have control in this, but also at the same time, there's something subconsciously and higher that's guiding you, whether it's your higher self, whether it's your spiritual team, whether it's the moon, whatever, whether it's Pluto, doesn't even fucking matter, but it's like something is guiding you. But it's a level of needing to trust. There's a lack of trust here. That's the essence that I get. And it's like, how could you not trust when you got all this divine energy here? But I get it. It's mental traps and blockages, practicality that's blocking it, and imbalance with that energy. You got to find balance with it, okay? Yes, Spirit doesn't want you walking around with your head screwed off and like just dumb, blind, stupid. But you do have to have a level of groundedness in the spiritual and in the physical. You can't be all in one, right? You're too much in the physical, you're just dead walking. You're just sleep. If you're too much in the spirit realm, you'll go crazy. So you have to find balance. Clarify the 2 of Pentacles. The Chariot and Sacrifice with the 8 of Shells, which is the 8 of Cups. So either you're going to move forward and believe that Spirit is guiding you and has your best interests at heart, or are you going to stay here dwelling in this energy of staying stuck in the past, emotionally weighing your ass down rather than moving forward into what's of your highest good. Okay. Another major arcana. So again, spirit is guiding you. With the seven and the seventh major arcana, this can represent the crown chakra, which is the seventh chakra, as we know. But this represents your higher self. You're being guided, okay? And when I see unicorns, it's like Pegasus, actually. I don't know what Pegasus represents. I don't know. I know it's a mythical whatever. But I get unicorn vibes, and for me, unicorns are signs or symbols for me for wish fulfillment. Okay, so yeah, it's like you got to get out of your head. And it's that you're you're blinding yourself, because spirit is like, you got two moon energies, okay? I see the moon in the Six of Swords, and you have the moon card, and they're right in the same alignment with each other. So what this tells me is like, yeah, intuitively, it's like you're getting, like, something subconsciously is guiding you. But at the same time, like with Eight of Swords, it's this cycle of maybe you're used to things not going your way. Maybe this is you gathering up all of these different thoughts that have like different memories and things that have taken place before, and you don't want to deceive yourself anymore. You don't want to walk into that. So there's this fear, but when you're in this space, it elevates to the Nine of Swords. You already had the Nine of Swords come out twice in the other spread. So it's like you elevate, you're putting yourself into that Nine of Swords energy where you're stuck and obsessing over the dark energies and the negative thinking, because you subconsciously tied yourself up in that shit. When you can get yourself out of it. So that's what spirit wants you to acknowledge and be real with, is that these swords can represent so many different things. Oh, I thought I knew. Oh, maybe I really didn't know. Well, I got hurt. Yes, to the point where I wanted to fall back and protect myself. To where I lash out at everybody, or where I just guard myself and I self-sabotage because I don't know. I don't trust. I want to trust. I want to move forward. I want to be clear, but I don't trust myself. I don't want to deceive myself anymore. I've been deceived so many times. So why do that again? So you have the option to free yourself out of that before you get to the Nine of Swords, and before you manifest some bullshit, or before you just get so paralyzed where you get paranoid and you don't trust nothing or nobody. And what good does that serve you? Or at least until you get to the point where you're done with that energy, and you don't want to get there. You don't want to get to the point where you put yourself in this bind to where spirit shows you some shit to make you surrender and stop, like to where it hurts you in the end. Hurting you, not necessarily hurting you in the end, but makes you so uncomfortable and triggers the hell out of you to where you have no choice but to get rid of those negative thoughts. Like, you don't want to get to that point. So the Temperance card is saying, again, yes, there's divine love here, but you got to heal. Okay, divine feminine for sure, because the Queen of Pentacles is right underneath the Temperance. You have to heal. And it takes time to trust and to love again, to believe again, because some of you guys may be believers, but at the same time unbelievers of what it is that you're asking for. And I don't feel like it's just with love. I feel like this can be anything in life, really. The Two of Gems changed, the Two of Pentacles again, but in a different deck. So some of you guys really subconsciously, you're afraid of change. Maybe you know that wherever you're headed, it requires you to be a new person on a new level, and you're not really ready for that. You're kind of scared. Some of you guys may be afraid of success. But with the Judgment card here, I feel like Spirit is giving you a lot of messages and clarity, and it's like, you're so goddamn stubborn. Okay. Queen of Gems again, Queen of Pentacles. I don't know if I'm speaking to fellow Tauruses out there, Virgos, Capricorns, or just feminine energy where it's like spirit is screaming to you loudly that you need to take care of yourself as well, health-wise. Like, you need to ground yourself. You need to, rest, eat well, be mindful of what you're listening to, what you're watching, who you surround yourself with. Like, spirit may be giving you a lot of revelations about self-care, okay? Could also be about mothers. Like, some of you may have mommy issues that you have to tend to. But for others, I really feel, when I first seen the Judgment card, what I initially thought was, this has something to do, like, Spirit is awakening you to things in the past that you got to address and face. But I also get a lot of revelations, okay? But I do feel like this is past energy, things that need to be healed here. But also, Spirit is giving you heads up on what is healing within yourself and your connection, or giving you insights about your divine connection with the Temperance card right next to it. And you have the Wheel of Fortune next. And, oh, I just seen that. So this is what I'm saying. Like, after the Eight of Swords, Temperance, Judgment, Wheel of Fortune, Moon, and Hierophant, all major arcana is up next. So it's like, when you get your head out of the Eight of Swords, start healing, start listening to what Spirit's telling you, things are going to start to shift for you. They're going to start to shift. This lower vibrational energy, it's shifting. And that's because you are trusting and believing in the process, or you're trusting in Spirit, trusting in your higher self, trusting in your intuition, even if you don't know with the Moon card, because you're in this state where you don't know where you're going. You feel like you're driving blindly into something, but the truth is you're not. You're even being led into your mental bullshit so that you can heal it. That's the beauty of all of this, you know. With the Moon card, again, it could be something with the moon that affects you. You could be a Pisces moon. You could be an Aquarius moon for some of you. If not, it's just something affecting you, okay? Collectively and energetically. And it's like, yeah, you may not be able to see the other side of this, but Spirit hears you. You're not walking blindly into anything. You're being led. So just let up this false sense of control with the Hierophant. I feel like there's something with beliefs, with the Eight of Swords being in alignment with the Hierophant, okay? This could be associated to negative thinking, programming, okay? Some of you guys, you're allowing something from your culture or religion to put you in a state of fear. Yep, anxiety. The Five of Gems, which is the Five of Swords, anxiety, and the Hierophant is the fifth major arcana. So definitely something with programming and traditional, or just the way things have always been for you, is what's causing this anxiety. And I feel like you're going to see that. But it also is telling you to be faithful and honoring to yourself and your true truth. Like, your true is not something that's going to cause you to feel anxiety, fear, and doubt. That's not coming from you. That's coming, if it is coming from you, it's a lower vibrational aspect. It's a shadow that you need to release, or something just energetically fucking with you. But other than that, it's not you. With the Queen of Pentacles, again, this is Spirit reminding you that it's safe for you to love yourself. Because some of you don't, like, it's safe for you to see yourself as deserving. Maybe that's what it is for some of you. Like, you don't feel like you're deserving. You're almost ashamed to be proud of yourself. You're ashamed to be accomplished, or to, some of you guys, like this thing where, oh, I shouldn't dress like this because, you know, society or religion, and it may not even be anything like bad, like, I don't know, wearing booty shorts or something. It may not be all of that. Like, oh, I can't wear these Daisy Dukes with some heels in public because that make me look like a hoe. I don't know. That's just what's coming to me. Reward. What does that say? Reward with the Ace of Gems, which is Ace of Pentacles. And she's holding this pentacle in her hand. And we pulled the Ace of Pentacles in the other spread. So, yeah, like, you're almost afraid to receive. And then the Six of Shells, joy, which is the Six of Cups. Like, to receive and be happy, and maybe it's because you're not used to that. You're not used to being happy. You're not used to things going well for you, especially maybe not in love. Maybe you've always had shitty relationships, but when you go back, you're going to see with the Judgment card, the Judgment card is currently showing you, or did show you, or will continue to show you why certain things had to happen in the past. And you have to allow yourself to receive. Some of you guys fear this. Like, just being yourself and loving yourself authentically. Loving yourself. And another thing I get with the Queen of Pentacles is that some of you Divine Feminines play down your beauty and your intelligence and your wits and charm because you don't want to make people around you uncomfortable. Enough of that. I know that sometimes I do that. I'll be real with you. I'm a Taurus. And the Hierophant and the Queen of Pentacles is like, it's reminding me. So I'm going to speak because I feel like Spirit's guiding me to speak. And also some of you guys could be Capricorns with the Three of Pentacles. But anyway, and the Two of Pentacles. But Sag, Scorpio, Pisces, Aquarius. But it doesn't have to be that, but specifically. Yeah, sometimes I do that. Like, I downplay myself so that I don't make people feel uncomfortable, or I don't want people going, oh, she thinks she's better, or she thinks she's cute, or she's bragging, and I'll just be like, no, I don't want to do that. And it's a programming. It's something that as a little girl, I had certain people pick on me. I'm not going to call anybody out because I don't know who watches my channel. But when I was little, I had certain people pick on me all the time. Like, oh, she thinks she's better. She talks white, you know, stupid shit like that. She talks white and she thinks she's better. Or she thinks she's pretty. And they used to pick on me and I couldn't play with people. Like, I couldn't play with them and all this other stuff. So that is a subconscious thing in my mind. Like, okay, I'm not going to wear heels, whatever, because I'm going to get ridiculed for wearing heels here. And I'm not going to call out another person, but it's another person in my life that I have to forgive these people because these people are like close people. But, oh, you always got to dress up and, oh, you got to wear this and make you feel bad. And sometimes even in the spiritual community, like, you can't wear heels, you can't wear too much makeup, that's a Jezebel. Or, oh, you trying to be too sexy. Or, oh, you're wearing your hair like this, it should be in an afro and dreads, and you're not spiritual if you do this, and you're not conscious, and all this stupid, you can't twerk, you're not conscious if you twerk, and, like, come on, like, it's this, it's like this desire to be free, and the Queen of Pentacles can also represent this false, conservative shit, because with the Prince of Roses, which is the Knight of Wands, the mover, Knight of Wands don't care about that. He's an adventurous person. He's delighted to just be free and just move on to the next thing. He's creative. He's not a stagnant energy. So don't stagnate yourself and play yourself because you're trying to conform into what society says is what you should. And some of you guys, this could be a strict upbringing, a parent or something, a father. Three of Pentacles. Not to say that you need to be rebellious or defiant, but it's like, this is your own spiritual journey. You have to walk it in the way that you feel guided to. And sometimes we even think that our spiritual team is like these stiff, holier than thou, like the trumpets and we can't do this and we can't do that. That's a part of that programming, because your ancestors and spirit guides, they don't have any perception of right or wrong to some extent, if that makes sense. It's kind of like, oh, I gotta do this. I gotta give Oshun some water. Oh my God. And Oshun might be like, bitch, I don't want no water. I want some Hennessy. If you guys work with deities and stuff like that, or your ancestors may be like, girl, I told you to go left when I told not to go. When you went right, I told you to go left. And you don't listen. But sometimes we always think that it's just this holier than thou spirituality. Like we have to be these perfect little angels, and it's so fake. Like it's really, to me, it's fake. So this could be like, stop putting yourself in this little play box. Like this little, it's not you. There, not to say that you're meant to be out here twerking with your tongue out like Cardi B or something. It's not saying that. But if that's your truth, that's who you are, and that's how you embody your divine feminine energy with balance, and so be it. And if you are the one that sits in the corner in Starbucks, whatever, right, reading a book or something, that's you. That's your, but don't let it be because society told you that you need to be doing yoga and Pilates and you need to be drinking green smoothies for breakfast. Like, don't do it because that's what someone else told you to do. Pretty much. Okay. Now let's see where Divine Masculine energy is if I didn't talk you guys' ear off already. I feel better at night. I feel. Thank you for your loving guidance, truth, and clarity. Please tap into the collective energy of Divine Masculine energy so I hear Divine Spirit. Thank you. Five of Wands in reverse. Ten of Pentacles. The Hermit. Six of Cups. Three of Wands in reverse. The World. Two of Swords, the Empress, the Death card, Ten of Cups. Okay. All right, Five of Wands in reverse. So Divine Masculine energy is coming out of this false battle. Like the world is against them, basically. The world is against me, and, you know, fighting for something that, like, just fighting against. Okay, it could be fighting against something. Oh, wow. Spirit has a lot to say. These cards are flying out. Hold on. I guess I'm going to use these ones. So the Five of Wands in reverse is right above the World card. So it could be getting out of this energy of feeling like there's this war against them, that they just can't win when it comes to love or when it just comes to life. Whatever they've been battling against or fighting with the Lovers card, clarifying it, attraction, maybe fighting against the desire for love. Because with the Ten of Pentacles, it's something that they may, like, or you, if you're a Divine Masculine, may struggle with feeling worthy of having all that you're asking for, what you're seeking. Stability, groundedness, trustworthy, loyalty, you know, all these things that represent a true foundation. Some people see the Ten of Pentacles as like a superficial thing, but I see it as, on the earthly realm, something that's true and in essence, something that has stability, has weight, that has longevity, okay? Something that you can continue to grow. That's how I see the Pentacles. So it's this fear or this doubt or the struggle in believing that this is, like, they're capable of this. So long they may have, or you may have, your divine masculine energies have been so used to holding back and fighting against what it is that they may want. And if it's not a love situation per se, then it could just be feeling deserving of certain things. Like, for some reason, it's this warped perception or this false sense of, I have to protect what's mine, or it's gonna leave me. Obsession, Nine of Swords, yeah. Being stuck in that thinking, there's a disconnect with self a little bit, because it's like this energy is not fluid, it's not clear, it's like some sort of block here. So the Hermit card, what's happening, what needs to take place and what needs to happen and what is going to happen is it's going to lead this person into self, or you as a Divine Masculine, you're going to be led into yourself. There's Virgo energies here with the Hermit. So could be that there's Virgo person, or this Virgo new moon this week is going to put you in a place of self-awareness where you need to go within yourself, because there's so much wisdom here, and what you're going to come across is something about your childhood, something connected to family with the Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Cups, and Ten of Cups as well. Family energy could also be connected to someone's mother with the Empress cards, the mother energy, but also can represent the Divine Feminine energy as well. But I get that there's something about the past or childhood that Spirit wants you to explore and go within. There's a lot of wise information, intuition, the High Priestess. So some of you guys may find that you were always intuitive. You were always in tune as a child. Maybe you knew that. Maybe you shut it down for whatever reason. But I just get there's going to be a lot of clarity as to something about your childhood, whether you're a male masculine energy or female masculine energy. Both, it applies. There's also a goddess here, and I believe this is Aset, or Isis as some people call her, Egyptian goddess. Okay, she also is the counterpart of Osiris. So it could be that for some of you, intuitively, you always knew that you would have a divine counterpart, especially with the Empress card beneath this. Not is it just the woman, but like I said, it can represent divine feminine energy. With the Hermit, right, but above her, this can represent a lot of clarity and wisdom about your divine feminine inner, like your inner divine feminine self within you, or about your divine feminine, if you have one in your life, if not the essence of that person. But I feel like the essence of that person was always there, and I feel like you knew that as a child. Maybe you even imagined them or something. With the High Priestess, Ten of Gems, protection. So you have the Ten of Pentacles twice. So this is something you're protecting. You're keeping this a secret. whatever this energy is from your childhood, or this make-believe, this play pretend energy, or this fantasy or something, you're protecting it because you're seeing it as a 10 of Pentacles. And there may be this fear, and that's why the mouse came out. Okay, I get it. So the mice, I forgot what mice mean or mouses mean, but in the Lenormand deck, they represent theft, something that's being taken or stolen. So it could be that you fear that this prized possession is going to be taken from you, this thing that you're protecting, this dream that you're protecting, or this person or this connection. It's weird. I hope that makes sense. Because there's even a cat hiding in the grass. So it could also be that for some of you, this is a secret thing. The Hermit card is also a secret connection too, or just something that's being hidden. Something just slipped my mind. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. So when I saw the High Priestess card over the Six of Cups, it made me think of, I don't know if you guys listen to Brother Panic. Some of you may not know who that is. He's an occult. I guess he teaches occult science. I guess the best way that I can bring him up. If you guys know who B.O.B. is, he studies under him, or he studied a lot of Brother Panic stuff or whatever. But he had mentioned that his wife used to come to him in his sleep as a child. Like, he would see this woman come in his sleep all the time, like visit him in his dreams or his sleep or whatever. And when he met her, he recognized her. And then it clicked at some point that that was the woman that was coming to him in his sleep. So I get something similar to this. I don't know why I just felt guided to say that, but yeah. The Three of Wands in reverse. The Three of Wands in reverse, I feel there's this like anticipation but wanting to withdraw or hold back. Okay, maybe in the past, the Queen of Cups, the empath. So I feel like, again, it's like this struggle with the intuition. I feel like divine masculine energies are learning to embrace their feminine energy more. The intuitive, empathic aspect of them, to listen to themselves more on an emotional level. Get out of the practicality too much and start getting into the heart center. Start getting into your feminine essence where you're listening to your intuition. Maybe tapping back into your childlike gifts. With the Three of Wands, it's like there's this resistance. Okay, there's a resistance. The World card here. Get that there's this someone may be trying to rush to an ending of a cycle, or just wanted to complete something before it's time. Professionalism with the King of Swords and the Princess of Cups, which is the Page of Cups, the romantic. So maybe wanting, I feel like divine masculine energy, you may want something to come together before it's time. So maybe there's an anxiousness, or you're resisting, or you're holding back. Like you're being guided maybe to fall back and just kind of wait. But there's still this desire to get to this ending, this completion. But you're not quite done yet with completing your cycle or going through this transformation that you have to go through before you can have that completion stage in your life. Whether it's the conclusion of a connection, or the beginning of a connection, the ending of a cycle, and the beginning of a new one. Whatever it is, it's not quite time yet. It will come to that time soon, but not quite yet. Feel like with the Two of Swords, you're still indecisive. You're not completely clear with the Two of Swords. You still are struggling between trusting yourself versus what you see. Sometimes you can't always look on the outside. With the Ten of Pentacles here, the Ten of Pentacles represents the earthly realm. Some of you guys may be afraid of losing this dream that you have, or losing this divine feminine, or feeling like love is going to pass you by if you don't have anyone in mind. The Death card, transformation. So again, you're going through this transformation, this transformative period in your life, and it's not time to move forward. Yeah, the King of Swords keeps coming out. So some of you guys could be air signs, maybe even Scorpios, because you have the Death card twice. Virgos, Libras or Tauruses, Leos, Capricorns, maybe even Aquariuses. But I am getting I am definitely getting that it's not time yet. There's still work to be done within the self. And I feel like you have to get to that place of self mastery mentally, to not only just mentally, but your higher. This keeps coming out. The death card keeps coming out. So it's not time yet. The Empress card. You're being divinely influenced by either a mother figure, divine feminine energy, or your inner feminine energy. And I'm going to clarify it. And it could actually be all of the above. But let's see. Thank you. The High Priestess. So the High Priestess and the Nine of Swords. Obsession. Nine of Wings. So, like I said, the High Priestess can be your divine feminine's energy, her higher self, or your intuitive nature, your intuitive side. With obsession, the Nine of Swords, some of you guys may be obsessing, I'm just going to call y'all out, could be obsessing over this divine feminine energy, or obsessing over a woman or feminine energy that you feel a spiritual connection to. Not validating whether this is your divine feminine or not, so please be careful with that, because not validating whether this is right or wrong, but I'm just saying, I'm just picking up the essence and the energy. But for some of you, it is your divine feminine energy with Isis here, because Isis has what? Counterpart, Osiris. So it could be that. I'm going to call y'all out again. The Hermit card over her. You guys could be obsessing it to the point of like being depressed over it, or watching this person. Attraction with the Lover's card at the bottom. So, let's see, with the Death card. The Death card, clarifying the Death card. This card is like, just take me now. And the King of Swords. So you guys are going through a transformation within self. And also get this, with the King of Swords, he has butterflies, which represent transformation and rebirth. So, and the Queen, or not the Queen, the Princess of Shells, which is the Page of Cups, the romantic. So you guys are hopeful for this change, because you want this love and romance. You want to change as a person. You want to be a better man or a better woman, in whatever masculine you are. You know, you want to be the best within yourself, but you also want to be wise in where you stand with love. But there's also this fear of change too. There's also this fear of change, or also this fear of letting go who you thought you were, letting go of false identities, false perceptions of romance and love and relationships. The Ten of Cups is telling you you're going to have your happy ending. The Ten of Cups is a beautiful card to get to end the reading. So is the World card. So you have to trust, I feel, that this is going to happen. And I do see some sort of reunion or something. And it could be like a family gathering that this happens. Or some of you guys, it could lead to a marriage, because you have two marriage cards here. The Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups. It could be that that's what you're desiring, like that's your point A to point B. The Chariot, the Emperor. So you have two counterparts here, the Empress and the Emperor. Yes, they're in two different decks, but you still have two counterparts here. The Eight of Swords, indecision. The King of Pentacles, which is the realist, and the Chariot, determination. So again, it's like, just like the divine feminine energy, you're being divinely led, divinely guided, and you have to trust this process. If any of you guys have any information on Pegasus, like, you guys can comment in the comment section and let me know. Maybe this will give us some more deeper clarity of what this is about. But Pegasus keeps coming to mind. You have to choose yourself. Like I was saying to the divine feminine with the Queen of Pentacles, now you have the King of Pentacles. You have to see yourself in your truth. And it goes beyond, and I know sometimes masculinity, or males, sometimes they have this distortion that they have to have their money together, they have to have this and have that, and they get so caught up in the matrix of what success is and what a man should be. And it's all this stuff, rather than being the person that you're called to be, which is two different things. Who you think you're supposed to be versus who you're called to be. And you may still be figuring that out, but nonetheless, Spirit has your back to where you're being divinely guided. All you need to do is focus on what it is that you truly desire within yourself. But you have to know what and who you are to get to that point. But divine masculine energy is here with the Emperor, the Power card. So the Power card is like, you call your own shots in life. That means My path is my path. I know what I want. I know what I want to do. And being fearless in that. So this could be a lot of indecision and being caught up in your head, but you're going through the changes. So maybe that's causing some indecision because you're going through a transformation. You're also releasing and healing. So a lot of old past energies are being released as new energies are coming in. So that could cause some confusion. But nonetheless, this will lead to a happy ending for you. Whatever's of your highest good and that of all parties involved in this energy. So, let's see what else Spirit has to say, and that will conclude the reading. This was a long one. I didn't mean to be on here that long. Deception. Let your friends help you. Religious factors and release your ex. So some of you, your advice is like, some of you guys need to be authentic and honest with yourselves about what you want in your love life. Some of you guys do have the help of people in your life, like friends or family. Maybe some of you don't. Because I get that for some of you, you're trying to make a decision whether or not you want to share certain things with people or not, or keep it to yourself with the Eight of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. So indecision and possessiveness is the keywords of these cards. So it's like you're holding some things close to you. Could be the Divine Masculine card. I just saw the Emperor card at the bottom of the deck. Success with the Ten of Cups. Again, you will have success regardless. And I feel like be authentic and true with yourself. Like remove the false masks. And that goes for everyone. You may have people that really do support you, or this could be angels or spirit guides, or people are all playing a role in this, whether they're doing bad things. Everyone's playing a role in this situation, in this connection, in the unfoldment of whatever you're trying to get to, or whatever the ending is of your highest good. Because at the end of the day, this is being spiritually influenced and guided. And for some of you, negatively, some spirituality, something, your belief systems, whether that belief that you can't have what you want, something is toxic, this is fake, blah, 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 because you could be sending out mixed signals. There needs to be a lot of releasing of energies. Could be people in your circle that are not of your highest good. There could be, false people around you. It could also be falseness within the self that needs to be released. With release your ex, it could literally be that you need to release what exes have done to you. Forgive them. Let it go. Forgiving what people have done to you. Friends, family. Let that energy go. You're holding on to it too tightly. Express your love is at the bottom of the deck with codependency. So don't be too eager to force things and push things here. Because I feel like, and for some of you, you guys have fear of vulnerability. Because she doesn't give me codependent vibes. She kind of gives me this false sense of independence and I don't need nobody type of vibe. When in reality, she wants to express herself and be vulnerable. And there's this fear about doing so because of someone that rejected her in the past, or maybe people that have done this in the past. We have the Prince of Shells, which is the Knight of Cups, the Charmer, with the Ten of Roses, Ten of Wands, Stress. Princess of Roses, which is the Page of Wands, the Adventurer. So what we have is these energies of the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine energy, both, I feel like there's this stress on how to proceed. Because like one person's energy is like this romantic energy, this charming, sweet energy, and then there's this very fiery, passionate. So both have this desire, but it's kind of different how it's being expressed, but it's the stressful energy. It's like this heavy weight, this heavy energy. I also feel the prince and the princess. That's funny. The prince and the princess. It's like your inner child are crying out to play and be free, but it's like this other side that wants to be all cool, calm, collected, and it needs to be balanced out. Like, yes, balance out your divine feminine, divine masculine, emperor, empress, goddess, god energy, but at the same time, also let the little kids out and play too, because there's too much seriousness in this. It's causing a burden. Okay? However you feel led and however you feel guided, if you're single and you don't have anyone completely, you're not thinking about anybody, then it could be that you got to allow yourself to have that playfulness about your love life and stop being so serious about it to the point where it's like taking over mentally and it's causing unnecessary stress and worry. The Wheel of Fortune, luck. There's luck on your side, whoever's watching this in your love life. However this plays out, it's going to play out in a divine way that's meant for you because it's destined to. Changes are also shifting for the better as well. Passion, Ace of Cups, or Ace of Wands, sorry. Ace of Wands, passion. Eight of Gems, perfectionism. So it's like balance out the energy between how this needs to be and how that needs to be rather than following your passion and your inner truth within the self. Like, you have to temper all of that. Okay? So, I hope that that resonates with you because actually, I'm going to do one more because I want to see how you both feel about each other. If you don't have anyone specific in mind, it could just be the essence and energy of how you feel about one another. Okay? You know what I mean? Because you can have a counterpart that you never met ever. It's like you don't have to be actively in somebody's life. The connection is felt. For one, like if you've never seen a face, never whatever, because some people have said, like the example I used with Brother Panic, he met his wife in the astral realm, I'm assuming, or dream space, whatever, as a child before he actually met her years later as an adult. So it's very real. A lot of people have had dreams about mystery people and all this stuff. And on top of that, like, people connect online, people connect, I don't know, like pen pals. I don't know, like back in the day, like people, military days and stuff, wrote letters to people and they never smelt, tasted, touched, whatever, heard their voices, but there was still a connection there. So like energy is way more deeper than this flesh shit. Like, this is nothing. This shit don't mean nothing hardly. Like, yeah, to some extent it does, but then again it doesn't. It doesn't at the end of the day. Energy is felt. Connections are felt. Okay? You feel that shit. Both people feel it. It's like, it's not hard to tell. Okay? Just use your discernment though. So how does the divine feminine feel about divine masculine energy? Ace of Wings, Ace of Swords, technically. Triumph. Five of Shells, Five of Cups with disappointment. Six of Gems, Six of Pentacles, and generosity. So maybe feeling as though they're disappointed in what's being given in the connection. Maybe feeling like there's not much being exchanged here, whether that's due to someone else's will or just like circumstances. Give me 1 second. My cat is trying to come in and she's having a fit. Get your ass in here. Get your ass in here, girl. Hi, baby. Okay. Alright. So, yeah, with the Triumph card, it could be like this desire for something to be given or received, something tangible, but it's not being received or it hasn't been given, period, or some sort of disappointment with an energy that was given out. Okay, because Six of Pentacles is like this want and this desire for balance or a mutual exchange, and it's not happening. If you don't have anyone, divine feminine, how you feel is like you just feel like the universe is kind of cheating you out of love right now, and you're more so focused on disappointments in your love life in the past, perhaps, and this sense of not getting what you desire. Okay, feeling like there's no reciprocation. I'll be honest with you. This is what this feels like. This is what this feels like to me. Like, I'll try to explain it in the best way. Maybe this will resonate with someone. So, for me, like, I'll say this. I have issues with this because it's like, I don't know if this is like a lesson I'm meant to learn, but I used to like have this pattern of unrequited love a lot. Whether it was I was in a situation where unrequited love was happening to me, or I was doing it to someone else. Like, it would always be somebody that wanted me and I didn't want them. Or I always wanted people that didn't want me. Or if I was in a relationship, it was not an equal give and take of some sort. So it's like this disappointment, like, okay, Spirit, why is it always like I'm always in a situation with someone and something happens, or they choose somebody else, or they cheat on me, or I don't want to be with them, or something like that. To the point where you're used to disappointment that you can't see when you're receiving. And that's how I am sometimes. I'm like, you gotta be real plain and real clear. And even when you're real plain and real clear, I'll still doubt that shit and be like, you're probably just lying. Like, probably just playing, or you just think that's what you want, but you don't want it. Like, that's how I am sometimes. So this could be that as well. Like, there could be a triumph because you got two good cards, with the exception of the Five of Cups. You have the Ace of Swords and the Six of Pentacles, which to me is like more so positive. So it could be that, yeah, you are receiving, but you just kind of just, you're used to disappointment. Because if you look at the Five of Cups in the traditional tarot, he's usually focused on the cups that have fallen, focusing on what did go wrong, not seeing the two cups that stand behind him. So it's like you're not seeing it, like subconsciously, or you're blind to what still stands, but you're focusing on what fell over. So some of you guys are stuck in the past. You may feel like this person specifically in the past may have disappointed you in some sense, and then to the point where now that they're giving, you don't trust it, or you feel like it's too good to be true, or it's like you're looking for a disappointment. You're expecting it. That's how I'm picking this up. With the butterfly here, again, you have to perceive that things are different, meaning not so much that a person is different or the circumstances. It's like if you change your energy and your vibration and you're not that same woman or man, whatever feminine energy, however you express yourself, you're not that same person that you once were in the past, because hopefully you've learned from that and you've evolved and you transformed past that energy. So you can't attract that same bullshit anymore. And if you do catch a person that's on some bullshit, you'll be able to discern it. But this seems more like a self issue more than it is about the masculine energy or a potential masculine energy that's coming in. This is more of an issue with self, okay? You can also be getting this generosity from other masculine energies, whether it's through compliments, whether it's through offers or whatever. You're still questioning something, and that's more of a personal problem. I'll be honest, that's what I'm getting. As far as masculine energies, how do you feel about divine feminine? You have the Six of Shells, which is the Six of Cups, joy, the World card, consummation, I'm assuming that says, and Seven of Roses, which is the Seven of Wands, courage. So masculine energies is more than willing to do something or give in a way that brings joy and happiness. And remember that divine masculine energy, you guys had the World card in your spread that you're wanting to get to. So there's this, could be something courageous that they want to do, or express themselves openly and outwardly, or to just be happy, period. No drama, no, like, leave the shit in the past, and whatever was in the past. And if it's a person that divine masculine, that you don't know your divine feminine, or you do or you don't, whatever, if you don't know them, let's say that, then it's this desire to complete what was in the past and just be in love or be happy with someone and take a chance on love for the first time in your life, maybe, or again, knowing all that you've known and what you've learned and what you've healed. Now you're in a different space. If this is, you know, your divine feminine, or you assume you know, whatever, you're asking about someone, then I feel that, again, it's this desire to be happy in this connection, to kind of like this playful energy with the Six of Cups, maybe even to relive a moment that was special, or just have that energy and essence again of playfulness and lightheartedness and joy, true joy and happiness. Start a new cycle, leave the past behind, clear all this up, and courageously take that chance and love. That's what I'm getting. Okay, there may be some gifts that want to be exchanged, or just a gift of joy and happiness and stability. because the world can represent that you see this person in a sense that you feel their worth being courageous and stepping out of your comfort zone. You may feel happy with this person or feel that there is happiness that will be here. You may see this person as the world. You may see them as everything that you could ever ask for and then some. So it's kind of funny how these energies are like, it's like, what? But at least you guys can acknowledge what maybe needs to be healed. And like when I read, I read for myself too sometimes. Like spirit has to speak to me in this way, because if I pull for myself, y'all, sometimes it's not clear. Sometimes I have to hear it collectively to get it. So, and then it also like experiences, and that's another reason why I'm grateful for the experience that spirit gives me, because it helps me to teach people too. Like, not, I wouldn't say teach, but like share my testimony in some sense. Like I can relate. Like I've been in this energy, I can see it and feel the energy, so this is what this may mean to you, and so on and so forth. So I hope that that resonates with you guys. If it did, feel free to like, share, subscribe. If you guys would like your own personal reading, check the description box below if you guys are interested. Yeah, much love. I appreciate y'all. I will catch you guys in whenever the next reading will be. Until next time.